Okay, good evening, my friend. Today is very cold. Today I'm just going to do is our tire weathering using by the what did I say? The rounding dust effect gear. Using by this one to put the color to the rock surface of the rubber tire. The effect will be a little bit difficult to if I compare with the plastic or resin part. If I do this to the rubber band, a little bit difficult, but I will try this anyway. Okay, before you doing this, you need to check in very well. Not much. And paint the color to whole area, right? First, you just put the molded area. Try to remain plenty of the toner, I mean color, fully mounted of the dust. I think this is pretty sandy environment. I see. Make sure that the molds fitting with the color enough. Put some more. So after you paint this, you need to wait until it get dry. I think not completely. I think the 50% of the drying surface is, I think, enough. Just try to paint. Okay, right. Okay, once you done, you need to paint as well to side wall of the tire wheels. I think this corner is just not too much is fine. I think a little bit. If you can't paint very well, you can use the more small brush, I think. But in this case, I just can do. It's pretty dark. And this treatment also has a little bit time too, because of the enamel paint, it should be take a time until it get dry. enough level of the weathering, right? So if you know, it it depends on the our season. If the if you do this in the summer, you can you can go to the next step, because it's get dry so fast. But this is the winter, so you need to wait until it get dry completely. I think that's enough, right? Then I just have done the other side of the tire wheels already, and in this time the appearance is pretty dry already, and now it's the time to wipe it off with the cotton swab first. And actually, I'm not familiar with this, so I'm not sure whether it can goes well or not. But I just try. Okay, using the cotton swab, filling with the enamel thinner a little bit, and and first you wiped off the surface of the around of the wheels first, very soft and nicely, to avoid to uh, take the colors out from the molded area, right? So you can see the very nice figure of the dust into the deep mold, right? The very important things I can tell you is the content of the not content, I think. You need to regulate the content of the cotton swab with the enamel thinner. If the thinner is too much, it might bad result. You can easily wipe it off from the molded area so easily. So once you fill in the thinner, you should regulate with the some cloth or tissues or whatever, to make sure that the content of the thinner is not too much. Okay. Right. I think this part is pretty easy, but difficulty of the weathering tire is not here. Not here. Okay. And next, what I'm doing is using by the some rough brush, I think. Nice. どうしっかな。こっちの方がいいのか。まあいいや。これでやってみるか。This is pretty clean, so to take the colors inside to outside, right? Out, in, into out, always, right? And this is very important. The direction of the brush is always um, in to out, in to out, right? So the effect will more realistic, I think. If you see to the real tires, the wheel itself is round and rounded so fast. So the dust itself is goes to the inside to outside, right? The purpose of the expression is to show us to kind of live action situation, right? So always think about that. It's not only the wheels or whatever. The situation of the aircraft is always shows us to the very special appearance, right? So try to make that kind of the expression. I don't know how do I say that. Okay. Another hand. ちょっとこの棒が長すぎるな。まあいいや。Always I think the stick is too long for me, so I just cut to a little bit short. You shouldn't touch before it get dry completely, or even if the color itself is dry complete. I think this material take the color off so easily, so you shouldn't touch so much anyway. So using the brush now, I am the content of the thinner is always important. If the thinner is too much, the whole paint color will tear off, not remain, right? So always regulate the paint, the brush, the content of the brush. I mean, a little bit wet is fine. And if you missed something wrong with that, you can just paint the colors again and try it again. It's just because the this is the enamel paint, so you can easily take that off completely, and you can just try that again, right? I think this is pretty. I think this is not an aircraft carrier wheels. I think this is the ground forces. It's just for. I mean, the most of the aircraft in World War II are take off from the very muddy and you know not like hardened concrete surface, which is if I compare with the modern aircraft. So, but I think this is pretty dirt. So the remain of the color paint is going increased, not increased. Theなんだ are it just concentrate on it anyway. If you want to have some more tiny and small lines, you can just always use the more like very small brush, of course, but it's really up to you. Right. And by the way, if you touch the tire so much after you are in anyway, if the expression is very, I think, too much right now, you touch in many times after you install it, before you install it, right? So the paint itself becomes more weak. But so once the color itself dry completely, you just can check. And if you want to if you want to have some more, you just put the colors again and try it again. Right? So at least you can identify the very small, and I don't know whether you can check it or not. You can see a very tiny, I don't know how do I say, but tiny lines. So the important things you should try is, I think the brush is also very important. You can test it and try it in using by the many brush to make a very small lines, right? As a line, rain, it's like laying what a rain なんちゅうか知らんけど sorry for my poor English. I need a dictionary. Okay. And make sure that the other side of the surface will a little bit unnatural. So just take the colors off, something like that. See? Okay. Once you're done, just need to have some more time to get dry with it. Okay, see you then. Bye.